A strip club has been shut down after dancers were found to be touching clients, attempting to perform sex acts with them and offering to spend a whole night with them for extra cash. Dancers at the LA Confidential Club, in Ealing, were caught after two council officers visited the club posing as customers. The two male officers told a licensing panel hearing on Thursday that they were both let into the club at around 11:30 p.m. on Friday, April 13, even though they told the security guards they did not have ID on them. They were then told that for £100 they could be taken to a VIP room where they could touch the girls and the girls could touch them and would be fully naked. The officers eventually paid the cash and were taken to a VIP area where two girls stripped for them and began dancing. Ugh, who beat up X over chicken Kiev sticks two fingers up after avoiding jail. One of the officers said, "She would often sit on me and rub her bottom, legs and breasts against me and my penis." One stripper touched herself and rubbed her vagina against the officer's penis. She asked the officer if he and his colleague were gay as they were not touching her like other customers did. When a security guard appeared nearby, the girls both jumped off the two officers. One of them told the officer for £300 she could spend the whole night with him. He said that she tried to repeatedly touch the officer's penis to try to masturbate me. Prior to this visit, the council had received an anonymous complaint alleging that dancers were taking drugs that were being supplied inside the club, that sexual acts were taking place in areas not covered by CCTV, and that security guards were complicit in taking money to turn a blind eye. The complainant also alleged that the dancers were regularly fined between £20 and £300 for misdemeanors, and the fines had to be paid in cash and they never got a receipt. Family heartbroken after two pets die eating poisoned sausage. When the council's licensing officer Bob Deere tried to get CCTV footage from the club on February 12, it was not provided until March 1. When he did get it, he found it to be completely unfit for purpose, as dancers were aware of the blind spots with hanging curtains and blinds obscuring the view. When Mr. Deere visited the club on March 9, he concluded the CCTV was not fit for purpose and in clear breach of the conditions on the 7 premises licenses, and that a dancer had been employed at the venue aged 20 and the photocopy of her ID did not have her date of birth on it. The permitted lower age limit was 21. He also found paperwork was not complete in the dancers' files and that the head doorman from the previous security company was still employed at the premises, despite the decision from a previous review hearing in July 2017 stating that a new security team should be employed. Acting for LA Confidential, Philip Colvin QC, opened his case to try to save the license, saying, "It's very clear there were significant breaches of the license extending over a significant period of time. It's not good enough. It's not lawful, it's contrary to your rules and it should not happen." He pointed out that the club had been open since 2006 and was subject to 33 conditions on its SEV license and 99 on its premises license, but that this was the first time breaches of the SEV license had been uncovered. He said the reason was that the club's former manager, Karen Gulati, had stepped back from involvement in the venue, and since then things had deteriorated. He said the club had now turned over a new leaf, with Mr. Gulati taking control once again, with a new action plan of 14 new measures being introduced, such as extensive improvements to CCTV and a self-monitoring system with undercover assessors working for an independent firm making frequent reports on conditions inside the club. But the review panel, consisting of Councillor Anthony Kelly, Councillor Shithel Monroe, and Councillor Nigel Sumner, found the arguments unconvincing. They pointed out they were being asked to trust Mr. Gulati, who was found to have been in charge of the club when many of the previous license breaches were made. Man in his 30s stabbed to death following fight outside London Tube station. They were also baffled by the company's tangled web of a management structure and variety of different names, including Club Karma Trading, Club Karma UK and Bespoke Leisure. They failed to see how transferring ownership of the license to Bespoke Leisure, which the club had applied to do, would make any difference. The panel will officially publish its reasoning within 5 days. A review of the club's premises license, which has been called for by the police, was also due to heard on the same day as the SEV hearing, but was adjourned to a future date because the first hearing overran. Metro.co.uk has contacted Ealing Council and Law Confidential for comment.